Welcome. The feminine and masculine energy. The feminine is known to be on the left side, masculine on the right side. From what I saw in my reading, and this is my theory, it's not confirmed, so take this lightly. For left-handed people, it's the opposite with everything. The feminine is also in front, masculine in the back, right? For right-handed people. It is in every part of the body. So feminine in front of the arm, masculine in the back. Once we have the meridian, right? So there's 3 meridian in the front here, in the arm. So there's the heart, there's the pericardium, and then there's the right lung. So those are the yin organs, the feminine organs. And then there's the yang organs that are matching with the yin, right? So for the heart is the small intestine. For the pericardium, it's the triple warmer. And then for the lung, it's the large intestine. So we can see the whole body like that. It's not only like, okay, left, right, front, back. It's every part of the body has its own feminine and masculine. Each chakra has its own feminine and masculine, right? So feminine of the sacral, masculine of the sacral. And then if you're left-handed, my theory would be that it's the opposite. There's the root that is going down, the feminine, the crown that is going up, the masculine, and then they merge together in the higher heart, in the thymus gland, where there's a bone right here that is pink. The heart chakra is green, but the higher heart is pink. It's the merge of the white and the red light. So the feminine of the crown is the root, right? And the masculine of the root is the crown. They work together like this. So the feminine is being, receiving, passive, feeling, emotional, cyclical, earth, moon, relationship-oriented, allowing, creating, befriend, cooling, cooperation, listening, intuition. A healthy feminine is strong, able to set boundaries, loving, supportive, vulnerable, compassionate, authentic, receptive, confident of her own body, ask for what you need, enjoying the process of creation, able to relate to others by listening, sharing, creating. And the wounded feminine is when most of the time the chakra are underactive or hyperactive. So it's all the pattern of, for example, underactive sacral would be linked to disconnection from emotion, disconnection from embodiment of the sexuality, disconnection from fully connecting with pleasure, disconnection from creativity. If we connect with the feminine aspect of the solar plexus, would be disconnection from believing in our sense of identity, disconnection from taking action, disconnection from willpower. If it would be a closed heart, while the feminine aspect of it would be disconnection from compassion, empathy, feeling others. So it's all those aspects. When it's hyperactive, a chakra it's taking energy. So for the heart would be attachment, codependency. So a wounded feminine would be that. Being insecure, manipulative, stuck in victimhood, excessively attached, desperate for love, sacrificing herself, overshare her emotions, don't set boundaries, looking for external validation. And now for the masculine. So the masculine is doing, producing, active, thinking, logical, linear, heaven, sun, task-oriented, forcing, consuming, fight or flight, competition, talking, intellect. A healthy feminine would be all the aspect of the chakra when they're balanced, all the aspect of the masculine chakra when they are balanced. So a masculine aspect of the solar plexus, for example, embodying a present, knowing of its sense of identity, of its traits, of its offering in this physical reality, embodying a confidence, taking action, discipline. Other traits are being present without being distracted, non-judgmental, committed and powerful, deep integrity, humbleness, focus and discipline, supportive, encouraging, grounded, honest, logical, accountable. And the wounded masculine is when men act as boys or as egocentric men. So when they act as boys, maybe it's like an aspect of a chakra that is underactive. And then when they act as egocentric men, maybe it's an aspect of the chakra that is hyperactive, taking from others to feel the inner wound that is harsher. It is a subconscious shield, making look that the physical appearance is like confidence and beautiful, and then I believe in myself, I'm a leader, but within I feel very, very small. So there's attachment to success, fear of failure, need to be right, aggressive, cold and distant, critical and judgmental, selfish, stuck in the mind, not in touch with emotion, defending himself, attacking. There's always one energy that is dominant and one submissive. At courage, the dominant is at 55, then the submissive at 45. And slowly they start merging towards the end of acceptance consciousness when they merge at 50-50. And the inner house is fully balanced. And it allowed the Kundalini to move freely in this clear canal. The Kundalini is moving all the time up and down instead of us trying to just like push it to break through like the block energy center. So a dominant energy is an energy that wants to be seen, that is always in the front. And we can feel it in people, right? That someone is more masculine, someone is more feminine. And then a submissive energy is more in the background. It is shy. It is waiting for its turn to be shown. Somehow, I've been seeing that the one in the back is defensive all the time, acting a bit like a victim. And the one in the front, the dominant, is like a bit like controlling, egocentric. All the traits of the ego that wants to be seen, because somehow it has been highly wounded, like betrayal or heartache, and by controlling, the energy thinks subconsciously that it's not going to be hurt in the future. It's like a sense of protecting itself for not being hurt in the future again. That's why it's controlling, taking over. It's a way of like pushing things away from potential threats. So analyze your energies like that. What does that mean, your energy for you in your day-to-day being dominant? And what does that mean, this other energy in your day-to-day being submissive? And it's going to bring more understanding into your inner romantic relationship. Slowly start building a conscious inner marriage. When we work on our chakra, we work on those energies. So if I am able to balance the sacral, for example, and raise its consciousness to neutrality on both sides, it means that I have a healthy relationship between the feminine and masculine in that container of that density, in that container of that orange ray frequency. So we can do this chakra per chakra, like the exercise that we did at the Reason Consciousness lesson. So we close our eyes, we ask, by feeling all our left side, all our feminine, we ask, dear feminine, please show me an archetype, a persona of what you look like. Then once I have like some kind of archetype, persona, it can be an animal, it can be some type of ancient creature, it can be a higher density being, it can be anything. But we need to analyze what is it wearing, what is the colors, what are the symbols, what is the energy. And then we do the same with the masculine. I feel my right side. I ask, dear masculine, please show me an archetype representing self, whatever it is. It can be a king, a warrior. It can be a boy. Everything is a message. It's an insight. And then I go on Google and I start searching. Spiritual meaning of the warrior, spiritual meaning of color blue, spiritual meaning of everything that I start seeing, I need to interpret. Once I have the two archetypes, then I bring them in front of each other, like two little statues, in front of each other at each chakra. So I can start with the heart, and I close my eyes, and then how do they feel when they look at each other? Are they able to keep the eye contact? Is there one that is avoiding? Is there one that wants to leave the space? Is there one that is angry? Is there one that feels small, defensive? Once I have the general feeling, then I start the chicken, right? It's like a conscious relationship chicken. So one party starts by expressing their feeling. So let's say we start with the feminine is going to start speaking. So you let your thoughts run. We're having a dual conversation in our mind. The feminine is expressing all its feelings. I feel betrayed for da 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 da. Each time I try to do this, you da 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 da. I express everything that I've been burying, that I've been carrying on my backpack all along. And the masculine is listening during that time, actively listening, holding space. When we feel that the feminine finished expressing itself, then we switch roles. The masculine express as the feminine is actively listening, holding space. Once both parties finish, then we start to find a point of middle ground. We bring understanding. We bring love. We bring presence, eye contact. And then slowly we can have them hug each other. And this might take a few sessions. We need to do this chakra per chakra, because at each chakra there's going to be a different energy from that container. Maybe in the sacral it's going to be about sexuality. Maybe on the solar plexus it's going to be about taking action, believing in your personality. In the heart it's going to be about love. In the throat it's going to be about expression. Maybe there's going to be some similar things from different chakras. It's okay. For the root and the crown, you need to merge both in the higher heart, in the pink. It's a beautiful practice. Make sure to take notes each time. Block time for doing this practice, a good 20 minutes minimum. You can listen to binary beat in the background. Make sure that you're well grounded. Use eye cover. Each time that you're having this conversation within, eye cover, and then I remove my eye cover, I start taking notes, and then I do the other chakra after this. It is also super important to start releasing emotion for each of those energies, because they do trap energies from each other, as we can feel in those conversations. So if my feminine feels betrayed from my masculine, it means that my feminine trapped betrayal. So I can ask, what are the trap emotion of my feminine? Is it column A, column B, row 1, row 2? And I go down and I find it. And I confirm also, is this emotion like betrayal has been trapped for my masculine? Yes or no? Or maybe this emotion of betrayal has been trapped by its own thought pattern, its own process. By finding the emotion, I can start understanding better the relationship between them. As I continue working on this, taking notes, things they start evolving. And we start balancing this inner house with those two parties involved that are present at each density, each layer of our inner kingdom. Have fun, explore.